Thanks for joining us and welcome to The Rundown. I'm Jason Madison. The William Penn men's basketball squad is trying to keep up atop of the Heart of America Athletic Conference standings. After a scorching 6-0 start to the season, Penn came into the match last week against Missouri Valley at 10-2 and holding a one-game lead at first place in the conference. The Rundown's David Travis was there and has more.
It's Coaches vs. Cancer night, and the fans fill the gym with pink to show support, as do players and coaches. Let's jump straight into the second half, and ball movement from Penn leads to a fadeaway shot from junior Jarvis Haywood for 2. Then later, 3 minutes into the half, it's senior Stephen Roundtree going up, and he can't get it down, but teammate senior Brady Burford picks him up and puts the bucket in. Penn's up 55-47. But the Vikings aren't going out like that, as big man number 44, Ravel Burton, comes to play and puts his pits in the rim, sparking his squad to cut the deficit. Then with little over 5 minutes left in the game, coming off the pick, Kyle Hickory wets the net with his Rainbow J with a hand in his face, but Penn still leads 82-70. Coming down to the wire now, and it's Burford again with the break and the slam, putting Penn up 99-88. On the next possession, with time winding down, Penn breaks the full court press and finds an open Burford for the dunk to close the game. Burford had 14 points on the night. Penn would go on to win 102-92. CRI caught up with Coach Henry after the game for a few words.
That's a good basketball team we beat tonight. 10-10 record that they brought here. I think they're better than that. 44 is fantastic. We did a really good job on that number 12 tonight. But then 5 comes in and has like 23, 25. They just wouldn't go away either. We'd get up 14 or 15, and I thought it was pretty much going to be a done deal, but they would not quit. Coach Lance did a really nice job of mixing up his defenses, and then he mixed up his trapping and his pressing there late. And that's something that we're normally pretty good at, but tonight, for whatever reason, dribbling off our foot, falling down, overpassing, but had enough firepower to win.
The win put Penn at 18-3 on the season and 11-2 in conference play. But the positive momentum was erased over the weekend when Penn paid a visit to Peru State in Nebraska. The Statesmen went into the break down by 16 points and never recovered in a 91-76 loss. Leading scorer junior Dondre Alexander is still nursing an injury and has only played 13 minutes in the last 2 games. Peru State is now tied with Penn at the top of the conference with an 11-3 conference record. Although Penn still holds an edge with its 18-4 overall record, the number 7th ranked Statesman will try to bounce back tonight, February 3rd, when they host rival Grandview in its annual toilet paper game. The Vikings are at 11-10 on the season. And from the men to the women, the Lady Statesmen continue to turn some heads with its gritty play. Penn came into last week's contest with a 6-6 record in conference play. Penn had been picked to finish second to last in the Heart of America Athletic Conference at the start of the season, but defense and toughness have been Penn's calling cards this year. Lady Statesmen hosted Missouri Valley this week, hoping to make it 3 straight wins. The Rundown's Eduardo Zabarripa has the highlights.
NAIA action at the Penn Gym, the Lady Statesmen hosting Missouri Valley on Coaches vs. Cancer night with everybody laced up in pink, and let's get it rolling in the second half with the road team up 2. Deidre McCoy gives a little hesitation and drives to the bucket for a deuce. Vikings up 8 midway through the third. But the Lady Statesmen aren't backing down and they are off to the races. Junior Aisha Roper pushes the break and dishes to freshman Vashi Nwagbaroka for the easy layup. And the defense isn't done. Nwagbaroka slaps it away, hits the Jets, and goes the distance for the pick 2. The freshman tallied 12 points and 8 boards on the night, Penn down 34-32. Then, senior Destiny Spinner digs on the big, Roper comes away with it and throws it up the court for Spinner to tie it up. Penn's defense was huge on the night. And off another steal, Roper takes it all the way home. She had 5 steals and 6 points on the night, and Penn leads 39-38 after 3. Fourth quarter action now, McCoy spins and finishes in traffic, and then later McCoy finds Raina Smith on the fast break. Vikings up 7 with 3 minutes left in the game. Penn trying to rally late in the fourth, but Savannah Enlow hits the dagger to give the Vikings an 11-point lead with a minute left in the game. And that would do it. The Lady Statesmen were outscored 24-12 in the fourth quarter and could not overcome a 1-for-28 night from 3-point range. Penn also went 4 of 16 from the charity stripe. The loss puts Penn at 9-11 on the year and 6-7 in conference play. Here's Coach Scott after the game.
Well, I think we played hard. They went out, and I'm very pleased with the effort. Our biggest downfall, and it's been the same all year, is we just don't make free throws. And, you know, we're just going to keep chipping at that. We're going to get in the gym every day and continue to get better in those areas. But when you have close games like the one we had today, you're going to win it on the free throw line, and we just came up short. Our defense is our offense, unfortunately, and you know that's only going to last for so long. But then you still got to make plays, and you got to put the ball in the basket in the half-court game as well. And so you just can't rely on the defense every possession.
After the loss, the Missouri Valley visited visited Peru State over the weekend and earned an easy road win over the Bobcats. Penn cruised to a 78-51 victory led by junior Alyssa Phillips. Phillips had 20 points and 8 rebounds on the day. Freshman Sabrina Avery came off the bench to chip in 12 points and 5 boards. The Lady Statesmen are now 10-11 on the season and an even 7-7 in conference play. That's good for 7th in the conference, which would earn Penn a trip to the conference tournament if the season ended today. The Lady Statesmen will host 8th place Grandview tonight, February 3rd, looking to earn their second straight win. What do broken records and first place finishes have in common? William Penn Indoor Track and Field, that is. This past weekend, William Penn's indoor track and field team competed at the Central Dutch Athletics Classic. The men finished 2nd out of 11 teams, while the women finished 8th out of 12 squads. The weekend saw 2 stars emerge from Penn, both earning Hart Track and Field Athlete of the Week honors. One broke an almost 3-decade-long Penn track record, and the other earned a 1st place and 2nd place finish. Senior Neiman Thomas, here in the green, earned 1st place in the 60-meter dash and also earned a 2nd place finish in the 200-meter dash. This marks the 3rd time Thompson has earned Player of the Week honors, but Thompson has his eye on a larger goal.
It makes me feel good. I practiced hard this week. I came in very confident, and I knew what I had to do, and I got it done. Overall, the trash guard, we're working hard every day. We're doing what we have to do for conference to get ready for it.
The women didn't manage to score as high as the men, but they did register a record-setting performance. Senior Tara Alexander, here in the gray, broke a record in the 1,000-meter run that had been standing since 1988. Alexander ran the event roughly 5 seconds faster than the record previously held by Desiree Ogwood. Alexander came in 1st and was 3 seconds faster than the runner-up.
I got done running and I was pretty tired, so I was walking around trying to make it so that my legs didn't cramp up. And then I was walking to coach, and Friesen was there telling me that I had broke it. A lot of it is training. Some of it's mental, though.
William Penn will travel to Grinnell next Saturday to compete in the Grinnell Invitational. That will be the last tune-up before the Heart of America Athletic Conference Indoor Championships, slated for February 13th and 14th in Nebraska. The Statesman wrestling team met its final 3 conference opponents last Saturday in Lamoni. The WP Grapplers were competing in the Heart of America Athletic Conference duels, where they faced Benedictine, Missouri Valley, and Baker. Penn opened the meet with a 2-3 record and even the record by knocking off Benedictine 25-24. However, the squad met its match when they faced number 5 Missouri Valley and number 18 Baker. The Missouri Valley Tigers shellacked the Statesmen 43-6. Then Penn almost rebounded against Baker, but couldn't bring home the upset, falling 28-19. The lone bright spot for the Navy and Gold was freshman John Altieri. The 125-pounder was Penn's only wrestler to finish the day undefeated. William Penn travels to Marshall, Missouri next Sunday to compete in the Missouri Valley Open. Stepping down to the high school level and switching back to the hoops, the OHS high school girls are still having a rough season. Heading into Monday night's game against Dallas Center Grimes, the Indians were riding a 3-game losing skid, including a 73-35 beatdown by the Grinnell Tigers Friday night. This week, nothing changed on the Indian side, as the Mustangs went into the break up 33-14. DCG then went on to limit the home team to only 4 points in the second half, winning 65-18. The OHS girls are now 2-15 on the season. Sticking with Oskaloosa basketball, the OHS boys couldn't stop Dallas Center Grimes either. DCG visited Oski on Monday and raced out to a 29-12 lead. The Indians were able to cut the lead to 10 heading into the fourth quarter, but DCG rallied on its defense to close out Oskaloosa. DCG outscored the Indians 15-4 in the fourth quarter and cruised to a 70-49 win. Doug Heritage led the attack for the Mustangs with 32 points and 7 of 10 shooting from three-point range. The loss puts Oski at 6-10 on the year. The Indians will be back in action on Friday, February 5th, when they host Newton. Good luck this week to all our athletes in the area, and thank you for joining us. See you next time on The Sports Show.